Grand rising, good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this wonderful day? Welcome to August 17th. We made it to Tuesday. Miss Kitty is back there drumming on a cardboard box this morning. Hold on a second. She's being our she has been so ornery this morning. We're having an interesting morning around here. That's all I've got to say. We're having an interesting morning. Let me grab my coffee really quick because we were running behind, getting set up. Be right back, guys. And we need some backdrop music really quick. Get some music. Everybody tag. Help me share this out. Invite your friends. Get everybody here. Share to your friends, your groups, your friends that you know need to hear this. Tag, like, follow, share. Help me get this out real quick. I'm going to get our music going. I apologize for the delay this morning. I did something that I don't know when the last time I did it was this morning.
Trouble sleeping? Fall asleep fast.
No, I did not have trouble sleeping. Not at all. That was not what I did. I had zero trouble sleeping. There we go. Okay. Just a small little back noise. We need a little back noise. Grand rising. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Good morning, Victoria. Thank you for being here. Haley, Gina, Teddy, my sister, Miss Kelly Jones, Haley, all my brothers and sisters in the house. Welcome. Hello. I'm letting the cat play. I'm letting her play. Let me tell you, she's driving me cuckoo this morning. She has been all about play, all over me. She thinks my legs are scratching posts. This is not the case. My legs are human flesh and they don't like kitty claws. So we're learning to adjust to this. She's understanding I'm not that, and I'm learning to let her play in other ways. We're getting along though. So good morning, everybody. Yes, like I was saying, I did a little something I don't normally do. I totally slept in and way past 7, almost till 8 o'clock, which is not my normal routine. Y'all know me. I'm an early bird. I rise with the sun. But we've got some clouds, some rain clouds that have rolled in, and it's just kind of one of those lazy type of days. So I'm rolling with it. I'm going to roll with it. So welcome. If you guys are new, thank you for being here. My name is Jamaica, and this is the space, place, and time where we come together on the Morning Brew here on Earth Angels Heaven Sent, and we focus on the art of self-care. We pay attention to the spiritual laws of prosperity. And right now we are in a series. We are in week 2 of our 8-week series, Learning to Master Our Energy. We are getting into each one of our chakras. We are in, like I said, the 2nd week. So today we're still talking about our root. We started out last week talking about the different tools that we could use. Today, and then this week we got in yesterday to the root chakra, where it begins, what the energy is responsible for, how it operates within us, why it's important for us to really start to understand our own energy, learn our energy so that we can balance out. And so we're going to dive into that today because we only have a short time, and this is some really good information, right? Really amazing information. Today, there's a couple things I want to share with you guys about the root chakra. So first off, in my morning meditation this morning, even though I got up late and everything, I still have my check-in time. I'm like, I got to get myself grounded, get my energy centered, and receive what is mine to receive today and transmit, what am I to share today? And it became clear to me that yesterday, when we do look at these and the roots of these things, that it can feel a little bit overwhelming, that it can become a little bit, wow, holy moly, right? When we really start to look at this. But really, Great Spirit is very gentle and loving and kind. And just by us shining the light and learning our energy systems, this is going to help us to move into places that are really, really for our good. And so what I thought was very interesting is the promises came into my mind, and I want to share them with you guys because this was these were little phrases. It comes from AA, okay? These are promises from the AA program of AA. And if you're familiar with any kind of recovery program, it's a 12-step program. And in the program, what they have us do is there's steps to do. And it's literally kind of going through the layers of our life, our past, right? And facing these, it's shining light in the past and bringing us into a new understanding, a new promise with the Creator. And really, guys, that's what this getting to know ourselves is about. It really is along those same lines, as it's doing the work, right? It's all about just getting in and doing the work. But I want to share this with you guys because this, when, like I said, when I first started doing this work, these were the promises that helped me hold on and say, you know I'm going to make it to this one day. And by stepping in and really looking at, it doesn't even have to be a 12-step program. I'm not saying that, but by doing this work, it's the same as doing these 12-step programs. We're going in, we're doing the same type of work, and we're going to get the same type of results. So we're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret our past, but we won't want to shut the door on it either. We're going to understand that our past is what made us who we are. We will comprehend. So we will really understand. We will be living in the word serenity. We will know peace, not dream about it, not wish for it. We will know peace. No matter how far down we think we've gone or how far off the track, we will understand our journey in a whole new light and a new perspective. And that journey will help benefit not only ourselves, but others along the way. Our feeling of being useless, having self-pity, low self-esteem, self-worth issues, there will disappear. Hear that? They'll disappear. We're going to lose interest in those outside things, those things that took us away, and we're going to gain interest in us and others and how to elevate and rise, shifting our perspective. Self-seeking will slip away, and it'll be, instead of self-seeking in the outside, the way the outside world, right? We're going to have a new perspective on that. Our attitude, our outlook on life will change. Our fear, here's the big one, right? Our fear of people and economic insecurities. Our fears of insecurities will leave us. And here's the kicker, right? Because then we come connected with spirit. We will intuitively know, because we are connected to our centers, our energy fields, how to read ourselves and how to handle situations that we used to not understand how to do, because we will now recognize a pattern, a change, a shift. And then all of a sudden we're going to realize that we are one with the Creator, with Source. We're going to have a new understanding, a new relationship, and understand that that energy has been doing for us what we can't do for ourselves by ourselves. The things we cannot do by ourselves, we can do with that relationship with Spirit. So that's why, so I had come back over here because I had to pop on there so I could see it. I just got the thing from Facebook. I'm not sure what I'm quoting now, but I think you guys can still hear me, so we're going to keep rolling. It's okay. Yeah, Teddy, I'm just bringing it up because of, like I said, these promises, and it's just about doing the work. It's about going within, looking at our past, getting to our roots, understanding where we come from. And that's kind of what we did yesterday, getting into the roots. We're understanding the root system, understanding these balances, the imbalances. And when we start, that's all past. Like, we're having to look at our past stuff, right? Bring a light to it. But when we do this work, when we're willing to do this, right? When we're willing to face these fears and connect with our energy center, right? We will intuitively know how to handle this stuff. So that's why this is important. So I was guided to share it just quickly with you guys to give you a little, plug into that. It was just something that for me, and that's even a little twist on the actual things. But to me, that's what this represents. That is what doing this work has brought me. I can say now that is where I'm at in my life from doing work, and not just a 12-step program, right? I don't do just that. I did do some of that, And that definitely helped me. That was part of my path to get to here, but it's always been a learning, expanding journey. And that's why I like to share and teach with you guys too, right? I'm a student and I'm a teacher. I'm both. So, all right. Good morning, Miss Karen. Welcome, Patty. Okay, they're working. Thank you, Teddy. I know you'll let me know. I don't know why I keep getting this weird little pop-up on this, but I think it's through the app that I'm using. There's a wonkiness, but okay. We're going to dig into. So today we're talking about eating the rainbow, right? We're talking about our root chakra, and we're going to talk about foods and essential oils that can help to support. That's the other beautiful thing is once we just shine the light, on the past and we're able to see the patterns, it's really not as painful as we might think it will be because we get a new perspective and all of a sudden it kind of actually lessens this stuff. So the things that we think are so painful and we're scared to actually look at, we realize are causing us pain without us really knowing. We're kind of holding it in place, but when we're willing to turn and look at it, shine the light on it, we can release that and we have a new perspective and it takes away the fear from it. And then all of a sudden we're no longer in that pain that we were in. So using essential oils, using the foods that we put into our bodies, the vibration, our root chakra is all about our whole body, our whole chakra system is all about energy. We're learning about the energies and the frequency of it, right? So these certain types of foods vibrate. I'm going to say vibrate at the same type of frequency that our root chakra does. So when we eat these types of foods, this can help us to, honestly, just doing these types of things can help us bring us into balance. So it's really not so hard doing the work as it might seem. It's just getting to understand our body and how to understand when it's in balance. Okay, so foods that can help with the root chakra are beets, radishes, carrots, potatoes, beans, parsnips, onions, garlic, eggs, meat, if you're a meat eater, peanut butter, chives, pepper, paprika. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? Does anybody see the pattern yet? Anybody? Any of my beautiful souls out there seeing that pattern? I'll testify to go willy-nilly yesterday on the root chakra, right? It's okay. I think we all did a little bit, I really do. I feel like, even me, as we're doing this work, like I said, you guys, every time I teach this, I go in and I do this work. This is all daily stuff I do with myself, but I dive in a little deeper and it's peeling another layer back, I'm looking at this same stuff myself. I'm healing mother energy. I'm revisiting all of this stuff with you guys. So thank you, Miss Karen. There she is. And thank you, Kelly Jones. You guys got it exactly. They're root foods. They're all root-based vegetables. They're all root-based foods. Yesterday we learned that the root chakra is the first chakra formed with the embryo, right? With the embryo and starts to split the cells, right? That's the energy that's doing that splitting and then builds the spine and comes up, right? So eggs, the egg, right, is a root chakra food. You guys, meats, I'm very, I'm not going to have an opinion on or for. I know there is or there isn't, but I'm about the energy of the meat. There are definitely humanely raised, properly fed and cared for animals. And when we ingest the energy of that animal, we ingest the energy of that animal. So for me, learning this is another important reason for me to learn energy and how I feel with it, how my body feels, because sometimes my body does require it. Sometimes I feel like I need that. But I have to feel the energy. I can't just be anything. I can't. I have to have, and it's not about even on the package. It's not about reading the package and the package saying it's X, Y, and Z. It's about me being able to feel the energy of what I want to put in or out. The sway just came into my mind. Me and a few friends have been talking about this week too, so I'm going to bring it up right now. A great way with ourselves is starting to really get to know our energies and if it would be good for our bodies, right? Is while we're shopping, while we're looking at these foods, if we're not really understanding yet to feel the energy, start to feel your body and hold on to a product. Hold it close to your chest, your center right here, your place of power, understanding, right? Hold it right close. And I like to hold it in between my heart and my solar plexus, kind of right into that area. Okay. And see, let your own body let you know by if it pulls you forward, then yes, this is a yes, this is a good for you. If it's like, whoop, nope, then it's not, right? But we got to learn our own bodies. We got to learn to allow our bodies to talk to us and us not trying to force it to do something, right? Really understanding our body. So practice that. Try that out this week. See how that goes when you're looking at foods that you're putting in your body. But again, the cool thing is this is part of doing the work. This is part of doing that work that really, when we start to do these and we come into balance, it's not as scary and difficult. And it really kind of like makes things much smoother and easier. It's just the reality of like, oh, I could have had a V8. But okay, let's just have our V8 now and move on. That's kind of what it's like, right? So it's all good. That's dating myself. Anybody remember those commercials? Brother Bear's been playing oldie commercials, and wow, that took us back, right? Hello. Also, red colored, which is the red. Absolutely, Miss Karen. So the color therapy, which we're going to get more and more into on Thursday, I think it is. But thank you for that reminder. I've been focusing on looking at my colors, looking at my closet. What are the wearing more red? Seeing it's very interesting for me. All of my red stuff are very deep, rich colors, rich reds. I don't have the bright red. I have rich, deep around me. So I think that's interesting. I think it's important to have a variety of colors around us. But we're gonna get more into that. I'm not gonna sidetrack right now. On Wednesday or Thursday, we're coming up. That's coming up. That's on our future. I'm gonna stay on track so I don't get us off track. Essential oils that would be good for the root chakra to use, or herbs, essential oils and herbs, you guys. That's the cool thing. Let's just recap on herbs. To me, are great spirits pharmacy. It's that simple. Like the herb world, our backyard, the Amazon forest, the deserts, every plant life on this planet has a purpose. Some of them to assist us, some of them to assist other things. It's about us learning and understanding that, right? And all an essential oil, a pure, authentic that we've talked about that yet last week, right? An authentic oil is literally the lifeblood of that plant. It is the essence. When I was first introduced to essential oils, my friend called it God in a bottle, and that just hit me because of my journey and my spiritual journey and what had happened. Like, it made sense to me. Like, yes, this was my answer, because God had been trying to get my attention to bring me to do some natural healing in all different forms, right? And this was one of them. And so it was really registered for me, because when it's authentic and nothing added, nothing taken away, again, that authentic oil, it really is, because nothing's been manipulated within the plant or the oil. It's what creator, it's right from source, right? Straight from source. But so are our herbs. They're all good across the board, right? So oils, though, that would be, and essential oils, right? They're super concentrate. So just a tiny little bit goes a long ways. And sometimes we can't always have fresh herbs, depending on where we're at, what time of year it is, things like that. So these are other reasons that the essential oils can be beneficial. But rosemary, rosewood, sandalwood, black pepper, and just a FYI, black pepper helps with any type of what's the word I'm looking for? When you're trying to break any habits, any type of bad habit, good, any habit, any type of habit, black pepper is a very amazing herb. It is a very powerful herb that we really underestimate. So just FYI. Cedar, ginger, and clove. Okay, those are a couple that would be beneficial to incorporate into your diet. So just right into your kitchen, you know, and then incorporate some, like I said, some of those root vegetables, those root foods into our diet. And then you guys, again, we're talking about energy and we want to talk about our foods and the things we're putting into loving our food, sending our love to that food. That's what the blessing, you know, we bless to say thank you to Great Spirit, right? But this is a extension of Great Spirit. This meal, right, is spirit. This is nourishment for this physical temple, this body. This is fuel. This is part of that tithing we talked about yesterday, right, to ourselves. So part of that tithing to spirit, right, it's giving back to spirit where we understand we're nourishingly being fed. So not only saying thank you and being gratitude, but saying thank you to the food and really sending our love into our energy, our vibe into the food. It absorbs the energy. It picks it up. We're now taking it in, thanking our bodies, really thanking our body as or before we take the food in and saying, you know, bless this beautiful temple, this body. Thank you, body, for doing everything. Like, right? We're not in there directing it to absorb this nutrition and absorb this out of here and break these enzymes down here and send this over there. And do we? No, we're like, we don't do any of that. This beautiful machine, this beautiful temple. I mean, it works like a machine all by itself. It's an auto mode, right? But we can send it love and appreciation, just like we like to be appreciated and loved, and that energy, right? We absorb it. We do that same thing to our physical body, and we help our cells. We help our organs. We help, you know, so powerful we are with our energy and where we send our intentions and our love with it. So practice that this week. Practice. That's the challenge today. Okay. The challenge today, last week, right there, yesterday, the challenge is to dive into your roots this week, to stay there, stay in this root, really understand it, see how it works for you. Facebook's being weird. Yeah, I have a feeling that will happen. That's why I'm putting this together as a class for us all to get together and do too, because I don't know why they don't want all this good information getting out, but I'm going to keep getting it out there and I'll find a way. He can't zip this. They've been trying for 40 many years. 40 many, even beyond that. Let's don't go there. Okay. We're going to move forward though, Facebook. So how do you like that? One other thing that came to me because we're talking about the rainbow, and I'm going to do a little slide for this to bring up, and I'll bring it up tomorrow again too, but I just want to share with you guys. So Thomas Trower was a judge, a philosopher, 20th century, I believe. I forget the dates, but a little while back ago. Okay. And he taught about the qualities, the God qualities. And he taught that there's seven main qualities of the spirit, Great Spirit, God qualities, which I find interesting, right? Because there's 7 colors in the rainbow. There's 7 main chakras. We have lots of energy fields. Don't get me wrong. We have many energy things happening, but 7 main ones, the main functioning ones, right, are 7 main. I believe are correlated. To me, it's very interesting. So the 7 qualities that Thomas Trower taught are life, love, power, peace, beauty, and light. Okay. I think for me, I find it interesting because when we look at that, that's odd about Facebook. It doesn't, I understand. I get it. I don't know why they keep telling me I'm really not crossing any of their criteria according to what I've read, but I'll keep doing it. So thank you, Lisa, though. All right. So for me, like I said, I'm a really quick touch bases, right? Because red, we're talking about our life, the root chakra. That is where the life starts, the first spark, the first chakra. That's life. That's a God quality of life, right? We move up into our sacral chakra, orange, right? Our sacral's love. This is our place of love. We move into our solar plexus. We know this is our place of power, right? Another God quality, power, love, power, life. Move up here to our heart, right? This is our place of peace, God quality. Move up here to our throat. This is our place of joy. We express, we sing, we vibrate, right? Our place of joy in our throat chakra. Our third eye, we see beauty. Another God quality. We see beauty different way with our third eye than just with our eyes, this 3D world, this, right? This is the true beauty of the universe through here. This is our connection, right? And then light, our crown, the source energy, light, right? Kind of interesting. We have the 7 main energy fields within us. That's our original blueprint, FYI. That's the original blueprint. Another reason it's important for us to get to know us, our energy fields, how we operate, because each one of us is a unique quality in of ourselves. That little spark is the thing that gives us that unique quality and makes us all have we're the same, but we're all vibrating just in a smidge different because we're creating the fabric, the quilt of the universe. We're vibrating on these timelines together, right? Creating the picture. So I hope that kind of resonates with you guys. I just wanted to share because we're talking about the rainbow, eating the rainbow, and the qualities, right? So this is about the life. This is a God quality at our root. Yes, adding kindness is definitely, I like that, Miss Karen. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys. So Morning Brew, you know what we do. We focus on, and I love this. This is perfect too, because today is forgiveness. The spiritual law that we're talking about is forgiveness. When we can get new perspectives, when we get new understandings, when we get rooted in our truth, right? Now, when we get back to our original blueprint and back into our truth, we get a new perspective. That's where that promise is, like we talked about, doing this new perspective, right? That's where forgiveness comes in too. Letting go, because forgiveness, resentment, anger, regret, these are all emotions that a lot of us don't like to handle, deal with. So we tag it in over here. We hold on to it, like we're not going to deal with it, but we're not going to let it go either. So by not dealing with it, we're actually holding on to it, right? And we hold on to it in our different energy systems. So it's important for us when we have certain things come up, whatever it may be, to just deal with it when it comes up, to come into this forgiveness, understanding that by shining the light on the situation and coming into forgiveness, you're releasing your grip on the emotion. You can't change the situation. You can't change the way, people, places, or things, right? But you can have forgiveness for that person and for yourself. Doesn't mean that by forgiving them and yourself, you're saying it was okay, that it ever has to happen again, that you don't want, as a matter of fact, it's important. It's actually super, super important that you really make sure you do let go of this. Resentments, resend me that same energy. So even if we do think we let go of it, we'd let go, but we don't really pay attention to what we're bringing back in. A lot of times we resend it. That's why it comes right back in. Not going to deal with that one. Nope, we're going to get it again then, right? We want to totally cut that tie and then send out the energy to the universe for what it is that we really are wanting. And that's where that disconnecting, forgiving ourselves as well, coming into the love of spirit. Miss Kitty, come here. I want to say hi to everybody. She just came and started purring right between my legs and just so pretty. Say hi. So I'll talk about forgiveness. Oh yeah. She's just a baby. Yes. She's so cute. Look at her little heart nose. I just gotta share. Little heart nose is so cute. All right, guys. So Important that we oh, you know how this works. If you've been here before, if you're new, check it out. It's so amazing. It's great. Spirit always is in alignment with what we're talking about. I did not have a chance this morning. Like I said, I'm running way behind this morning as far as getting going, but I guarantee this is right in alignment with the forgiveness and understanding and what we're talking about today, because our title today is Love is All You Need. All right, guys. Like I said, if you're new, we go into food for thought. Wayne Dyer, to quote Wayne Dyer, if you change your thinking, you can change your life. When we start to look at how we've been thinking about things in the past, look at how, again, bringing things into light, into perspective, we can start to change our thinking, change our patterns, change our belief systems. We change our belief, we change our life. Jesus even said, it's done unto us as we believe. It's super important. Energy. The universe is all about energy, right? My buddy Nikki Tesla, right? Understand energy, think in vibration. We'll start to figure out the secrets to the universe for reals, right? This is the blueprints of it. So I like to share from you guys the guide for spiritual living from the Science of Mind magazine. This month is a pause for guidance. If you would like to get your own subscription, I highly recommend it. It is scienceofmind.com. You can go there, sign up. It's only $5 per month to get it. The quote was, change your thought, change your life, from Wayne Dyer. Right? We change our thought. And when we look at our thought patterns, again, this is why, we're talking this week, diving deep into our roots, what a balance and unbalance looks like. I'm going to bring that up really quick so we can see it, right? Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's hide that one and do that one. When we get a new perspective and can understand where these things come from, then we can let go of any, right? Sometimes it's easy to point the finger at, oh, it's all their fault in the past and this and that. But when we can understand, oh, I see a pattern in all of this, and okay, I'm breaking some big stuff here. This is just a pattern of things that we picked up. We talked about in that root, right? Our ancestral stuff, even some of this stuff. We can break those ties. We can break these chains from that perspective. Then we start changing our thought process. A lot of our thoughts we picked up, a lot of our beliefs we picked up from people that we weren't even there for. We just got the information from them and we just picked it up along the way. So it's important to clear that out. And there goes Miss Kitty in the background. So from the Science of Mind, there's always two different quotes from two different philosophers, mystics, and then always a little food for thought from one of the, either a minister or a Science of Mind practitioner. And then we get an affirmation to move us forward. So today's first quote is from George Sand. There is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. And from Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind. Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, that very fire itself. That was from The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. Recently, I read an article in which the author described a chaotic scene inside an office that had been trashed. In the midst of the broken glass and mess was a sign that read, "Love never gives up." The author went on to say, love may be battered and bruised, but love never gives up. It's not love if it gives up. 1,000 defeats can never destroy it. It always rises again. Gerald Jablonski advised us to be a love finder rather than a fault finder. No matter how someone may frustrate us, we can always choose to see the good in that person. He wrote about how when he was doing couples counseling, Before discussing the problems, he would ask each of them to say something positive about the other person. Often, the other would say, "I didn't know you thought that," or "I've never heard you say that before." Their attitudes changed. They went from fault finding to love finding. Years ago, I called a friend to thank her for something she had done for me years earlier, but that I had never fully appreciated. After listening to what I had to say, she laughed and said, "Ron, I have no idea what you are talking about, but that's a good thing." She went on to say that when we act with love in our heart, we may never know all the people we touch. The simple message is this: be a loving present and know that by doing so, you will make the world a better place. Isn't that a wonderful legacy? Wow. Wow. Talk about on point with forgiveness today, right? When we can find the love your enemy, huh? Like, right? That just popped in my head. When you can find, instead of, it's really easy. It's so easy to point at people and find their faults. And that's just hitting me even right now because I have a person in my life right now that I've been able to do that very easy, even though not trying, right? But maybe if I just switch that from finding the fault to finding the love, because, right, spirit didn't make anything on mistake. And we're all in our journey. And just because it doesn't resonate or look right or feel right in my world, right? That's releasing that, the judgment, seeing the sacred, letting go of, and then finding the love, because that's the positive, right? When we're powerful beings, we're talking about our energy and how powerful of a being we are. So if we're fault finding and we're sending our energy to fault, that's the energy we're sending because it's attached to that person still and we're holding on to it. So that's energy we're kind of projecting onto somebody else as well without even intentionally understanding that's what we're doing. It's unconsciously projecting our energy. So let's come into consciously projecting that energy. And again, right, this is right here, even as I'm talking to you guys, I'm seeing where I can do that. And I practice this. I do practice this. I believe in practicing this because I see the shift, but I see where I can practice this even more. I can see where I can do it even more and in different ways. Having forgiveness, seeing the love, finding the good in all. And releasing resentment, releasing regret, releasing anger, right? Releasing those attachments to those things that are not in alignment, that could be throwing my energy fields out of balance. Those are the blocks, the wonky spots in the energy fields. All right. Question, Miss Kelly Jones. You know what? We absolutely on Friday, you guys, just so you know, I think you are absolutely on point with that. So what I think we will do is we will make Fridays, because that's our day anyway, where we get, it's kind of the free day for spiritual laws and see where everything comes together. Friday will be the question and answer day, guys. So if you have questions along the week, because that way we will have gone through everything I want to touch on. And if I haven't answered your question, or if you get more questions along the way, write them down. Make sure you're writing down your questions. And on Friday, I mean, you can always message me anytime and I can talk to you in between too if you'd like. But if by Friday, if you're around, be here on Friday. We'll have a Q&A day. We'll go through and answer all those questions. And you guys, there's no stupid questions. The only stupid question is the question not asked, right? I was so, gosh, I used to be so scared as a kid to not ask questions because I felt like I was so Like, I just felt like I should just know this stuff, which is ridiculous. I get it now. But as a child, that's part of that insecurity, right? Talking about some root chakra stuff, right? I was so insecure about speaking up and just asking, because saying, hey, I don't understand this, I don't get it. So because my brain works a little bit different. So it takes me, I have to learn to absorb things a little differently, right? So it's okay to ask. So ask any questions you got, write them down. And chances are, if you have the question, somebody else does too. And sometimes, if be brave and ask, so that everybody can get that information out there. All right, guys, let's go into our affirmation for the day, because we're already, I know we're moving into our time here. Our affirmation today is going to be, are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Today, I look for the light in everyone I meet. I speak only words of love. I walk a path of peace and serenity. Repeat that for those in the back. Today, I look for the light in everyone I meet. I speak my words of love. I walk a path of peace and serenity. As I was saying that, you guys, I just got hit with this. I'm going to share with y'all because it's what I do. Seeing the light in everybody. Sometimes we may witness people not at their best behavior, or what we view being the light. We may see them attitude, anger, for whatever, we might see that, and we might even see interactions with other people, or even how they interact with us. And what a gift it is to think about that, to shift it, to see the light, right? To understand that we just talked about this yesterday, right? These are some of the things that push us into new understandings, it pushes us to go different ways with our energies. So how, when we can, even though it might be uncomfortable or seeing somebody in that, how we could see the spirit in that, even in those times of resistance, seeing people in resistance. What a gift that's spirit working through that person in this time, whether we're a part of it or witnessing it. To take them on their path that is for the highest good. Like, love is happening in that, right? Heart, I guess, what it's the word I'm looking for? Tough love. That's how, I don't know. I hope this is coming out right from what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like, I'm just, so what I'm getting is like a cat, like, okay, if we're witnessing, we're out aside, we're out and about. What I see a lot, I guess this is probably what I see a lot, is I'll see like cashiers and customers. I see interaction between the two people. And sometimes I want to be like, wow, I can't believe that person's having such a bad day. Or like, I want to look at it and be like, but what I'm saying is, like, right, when we see the God qualities, right, I'm seeing resistance between two people. I'm just witnessing it, right? But what I'm really witnessing is spirit working. I'm under the illusion, my human eyes, that they're in resistance. And so that maybe is not the total happy place, right? But the reality is that's spirit working in their life perfectly, bringing them whatever resistance they need, that interaction, the universe divinely conspiring to bring them some information. Not my place to see, right? So I hope that helps y'all. I don't know. I hope that's just what I got even as I was reading that, and shifting my perspective right here in front of you guys. I'm having shifts in my perspective. That's all. And I like to share it with y'all. So take that. All right, guys, let's move on. I have had to do this as we speak. I love her, which is, you probably already know this. Okay. Maybe that's what I'm picking up, Miss Kelly. We're so, like, it's interesting. That's it. I knew there was a reason. That there's always a reason. That's why I like to share it with you guys, you know? I do like to share. And usually it's not just for me. It's multi-purpose, right? So, last night I had the blessing of receiving a reading over on the Native Prince Crystal Healing family. There's some amazing readers, but Miss Kathy Disler is one of my favorite sisters over there. And she was teaming up with one of our new unapproved readers who, that doesn't mean anything over there as far as, you know, it's just part of the system and being a student over there. It's just part of the levels, I guess is the best way to put that. Amazing Erica. So it was the first time I've got to catch Erica a few times, but first time I got to get a message from her. So that was a blessing. And what I thought was amazing, because Mother Mary really has been coming into me a lot, and she's all about, it's very interesting. We're talking about our roots. Yesterday, we understand that that's our very first connection, our first relationship with our mother. Like, no matter what the situation it was after our birth, from that, like, that was our very first relationship, right? And so Mother Mary, Queen Mary, she's the epitome of divine feminine, gentle, kind, loving God qualities, the perfect balance of these God qualities we were just talking about. So she's an amazing energy that we can plug into, we can call upon to support us through the forgiveness work, through diving into our root chakra, looking at these balances, imbalances, where we can bring this in, and adding the forgiveness. That's the little secret ingredient, guys, to happiness, is forgiveness. I promise you, it really is. So this is the deck we're pulling from, Mary, Queen of the Angels. Oh, that's so exciting, Kelly. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. You know, I bet I could plug Miss Karen. I know you would love that. Miss Karen works with kids and does art with kids, and is so amazing with the kiddos. I bet she would. Let's see if I can figure that out. I love it. Yes, the kids are amazing. I'm so excited to get to work with them. I haven't been over there yet this morning to see if the videos, if anybody's uploaded, but I'm going to guess, because you're saying you've seen a couple of the videos, that they have responded over there. So I'm excited. If there are angels, then me and Mike are around. Absolutely, Teddy. I know it every time, right? Michael is like Michael's my go-to. Michael's my man. Michael's my main squeeze. He really is. He's my am I dating anyone? Yes, his name's Michael. He's with me always. He's my protection. He's my man. He's my go-to. But then the feminine is Mary. When I need that feminine, Ariel and Mary, those are my two feminine energies that I connect with to help bring that balance for myself. So we're talking about forgiveness and the root. I love this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure I quoted Jesus a little bit ago, right, y'all? Remember, it's done unto us as we believe. I'm definitely Jesus energy, that Christ consciousness energy coming through today. So, and I love it, right? Talking about Mary and Jesus, talk about the perfect yin and yang, absolute like perfect balance of the masculine, femuline energy, right? So this morning we have boundaries coming up first off, okay? So we're talking about forgiveness. And I love that this is coming in. What a beautiful reminder that, right? Forgiveness does not mean, you guys, that we have to let down our boundaries, or that we, as a matter of fact, forgiveness is about really kind of looking at situations, again, bringing the forgiveness and then understanding we do set up our boundaries. We set up the energy that we're allowing to come back and replace that energy that we just got rid of. And that's setting boundaries. That's how we set these boundaries. We replace, no self-love with self-love. And when we have that self-love, we understand, right? That's setting boundaries, understanding ourselves on a different level. Okay. So it's important when we're doing this forgiveness work to understand that just because we're forgiving, we're letting go of, does not mean we need to let anybody cross our boundaries. As a matter of fact, we need to take a look at those boundaries and how with that situation so that we don't get that energy back. Okay. So it's important to examine our boundaries and to look at really our boundaries. And again, this is a place where this is a clue where we can, is our space, our sacred time, our boundaries. What does that look like for you? Do you have boundaries for yourself? It's important in this root chakra stuff we're talking about to have boundaries and understand our energy. That's how we keep the balance and keep ourselves from coming undone. Okay. Perfect sense working on the root, right? Kuan Yin is another name for mother. Thank you, Miss Karen. Kuan Yin. I love that. Kuan Yin. I like that. Actually, it feels very Kuan Yin. So I'm going to hold it up. There's, again, to me, this is very much representing ourselves. We're coming back to this root, you guys. Boom. There's Mary literally in a red robe, holding us, loving us gently through this. Call upon her energy, call upon her wisdom, okay, her consciousness, her love, and allow her to hold you and cradle you through this, and to really, allow it to come to us. When we say doing this work, this shadow work, it doesn't have to be us out chasing, like we say, right? Come within to the root. Allow Mother Mary to show you new perspectives of these patterns to release, to let go of, right? I am clear and honest with others about my expectations, okay? This is about ourselves. Get clear and honest with yourself. This, this says about others right here, but we're about us right here, right now. This is about mastering our energy, okay? You need to get clear with yourself, honest with yourself. Guys, we are the biggest, I promise, at least I was guilty of. I did not understand how much I was bull crapping myself a lot of times, trying to make everything out here okay. That's why it's important to go inside, okay? Get clear with yourself. Get honest with yourself. What are your expectations? What do you want to be? What does being in balance look like for you? Grab onto those balanced words, right? Second coming in is Jesus. Like I said, it's interesting, right? Not a whole often do I speak of or quote Jesus, but I do believe he was one of the greatest teachers and masters that we have here. I do believe he's strongly been misrepresented, beyond misrepresented, but we won't go into that. That's a whole nother show and episode, okay? But my brother here, my brother Jesus, brother from another mother, mother, queen mother. Yeah. Ask for his help as well. Talk about divinely connected guidance, Christ consciousness, being able to elevate and see different new perspectives. He taught us it's done unto us as we believe. We're the creators. We're the creators. So I'm going to read from Jesus really quick. Adore. For private readings, they are $20. My link is in the PayPal, and I am in the office today, so I'm available to do readings after the show anytime. Or if you hang out after the show and would like one, they're $15. I can do one just live real quick for you right here. And I do have time after the show today, but I'm going to finish this up first, and you can let me know. Okay? All right, guys. I want to read from this, just because I'm being guided to. I feel like we need to hear this. Full. I pray for Jesus's help and guidance in this situation. Mother Mary sends you this card because you have a close and personal relationship with her son Jesus. They both hear they hear and lovingly answer your prayers. Jesus offers healing support to you and your loved ones, as well as helping you have faith in God's miracles of love. This card is also a reminder that Jesus loves you and everyone on this planet, regardless of your faith. He is a wonderful role model of forgiveness, integrity, and love that you can emulate in your current situation. So again, I'm gonna say Jesus was very misrepresented. I believe, just believe me, Jesus was here and was such a great teacher. And I think his teachings have been so, him as a man and his teachings have been so, maybe not his teachings misrepresented, but who he was, really who he really was, has been so watered down. Because he was a master. He was teaching us, mastering our energy, teaching us, right? It is done unto us as we believe, how we think, right? He spent 40 days out in the wilderness meditating. That's connection, right? Connection with earth, spirit. He was given frankincense, myrrh. The magi were looking for him. Come on, guys. Like, I can get, boop. Anyway, right? But what a beautiful example, right? Right? He was viciously murdered as a criminal for his beliefs. That's the truth of it, right? Let's get to the truth. Viciously murdered in the name of a sacrifice, right? And what did he do when that was happening? Who was he truly, right? Was he truly? He was connected. He was connected to who he was. He knew who he was. He knew who his source, Great Spirit, were one. He knew he was one with God. Right? He knew who he was. And he showed us the ultimate, this pointed out, the ultimate, right? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Do you know why he was able to be in that zone? Why he was such a master? Because he was connected to his father, to the source energy. We all have the ability to do this. All of us have the ability to be that connected, to be in that understanding, to have that level of energy. We all do. He taught us. He taught us that. That's what he was here to teach us. Okay? Himself. He's here to teach himself too, to learn. This was part of his path journey, right? So, and he had free will choice. He had free will choice. He didn't have to, but he knew that was his truth. It was his original. He was connected to his original blueprint. His ability to manipulate energy and matter. Come on, guys, right? So, what a beautiful example. I love it. What an absolute beautiful example when it comes to this forgiveness. If there's really something come on, put yourself in his shoes for a minute. Just do it for a minute. Would you be able to have that level? And if he can, we can. That's the key though, right? He did it, we can too. He did it so that we could understand that we can too. We can too. But it wasn't what he did for us, didn't give us the forgiveness, right? We have to learn how to practice the forgiveness within us. That was the lesson. Don't miss it. That was the lesson, right? So, all right, guys, that is it. I know a little bit over. I'm sorry. I can't help myself though. When the message comes through, and we've got to bring it forward. So I see you guys back here tomorrow morning, same time, same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to get into more of the meditation breathing, talking more about the tools. We're going to talk more about our tools, how to support our root chakra. Tomorrow, the spiritual law that we focus on is our goals. So we're going to see how looking at our personal goals will help us in that connection with our prosperity that we know exists and connection to this root and the whole healing process, because it is amazing how it comes together, and it's just so divine. It's so amazingly divine. I think I may have lost everybody in Facebook. I think Facebook might have hushed me up, but I'm going to keep on going somehow. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. I love you all. I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Same bad time, same bad channel. Mwah. Thank you all so much for being here. Love and light. And here is some affirmation.